You're watching Yak in Texas, a kayak fishing talk show.
Hey, welcome back to Yak in Texas. This time I'm going to be answering some questions today. I got a question from Trent. He wants to know what that thing is hanging off the side of my kayak that keeps the fish alive while it's still in the water. Well, Trent, that's called a stringer. You can pick them up at Walmart, you can pick them up at Academy, Sporting Goods, pretty much any local mom and pop tackle shop. It's basically a piece of rope with a float on the end, and on the other end of the rope there's a brass little sleeve thing that makes a sharp point. And a lot of people, I've seen this happen, a lot of people will put the stringer through the mouth of the fish and come out the gills. Well, that prevents the fish from breathing and they die a lot quicker. So I always pierce them through the bottom lip, come out the top. They have the jawbone that goes around, so it's not going to break free. That jawbone is really solid, so pierce the bottom lip or through the mouth and come out the bottom, slide them down to the float. Float is going to keep the fish up on the surface. In a pinch, I've just taken a piece of rope and punched a hole through their lip and run the piece of rope through, tie them onto that, put them in. But what ends up happening is they'll swim under the boat and they'll get around the mirage drive. If the line is long enough, they can get tangled in the back rudder. So the float is really handy. It keeps them up. When we're wading, the float helps out a lot too, because once again, without that float, they'll swim down and around, go between your legs and get you all tangled up. The float keeps them on the surface. That's what it is. It's a good old stringer, piece of rope with a float on the end. It's a critical piece of kayak fishing gear, if you ask me. As long as I have that stringer, I know I can keep fish alive all day long and not even have to worry about keeping them on ice, inshore. Now, I never use a stringer beyond the breakers, past the third gut. And the reason for that is that sharks love easy to catch fish. So if you have some fish dangling off the side of your yak that are distressed and just floundering around, there's a good chance that Mr. Blacktip will take you on a reverse sleigh ride. You don't want that. And I've heard of even people tying stringers around their waist on some of the flats and had little blacktips grab the stringer and pull them backwards and knock them off their feet. So you do kind of want to be aware if you're in a shark infested area, but generally on the flats, we're real skinny. If there's sharks around, you can see them for 400 yards, you know, so it's not a problem inshore, but definitely don't want to be doing the stringer thing offshore. So anyway, there's your answer. Stringers are awesome. Get you one if you don't have one. Till next time, I'm Ty. You've been watching Yak in Texas. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and go check out my show, 30 Miles Out, right here on YouTube, my kayak fishing show. Catch you later.
Ty's signature 30 miles out gear is in. Check it out at 30milesout.com.